Well, welcome back to the Appalachian Bourbon Society. This is kind of a special feature. We've got 3 people, not 2, so someone is going to get voted off the island, I think for sure on this one. We've got 3 Jack Daniels, the 10, the 12, and the 14. We're not blinding them, but we thought it would be interesting for you to hear from us our impressions of all 3, and are all 3 of them worth hunting? Let's find out. So, Daniel, you've got the 12 and the 14 close to you. I've got the 10 close to me. I'll go with this first. This is my 10 that I brought. I spent the least amount of money. This is, 10's been around. 10's been around. Was the first one to come out, wasn't it?
20. Yeah, the 10 was released first, 2021, if memory serves me correctly.
Now this is batch 3, so it's maybe last year's.
That's 2024's batch. Yes.
It is 97 proof. What I didn't realize is these different age statements all have different proofs.
Yeah.
So it has been open a little while. We have tasted it. I have done some sampling of it, but we're going to all sample this 10 first, and we're going to go up in age, and I think I know which one we're going to like the best, but we're going to tell you whether we think each one is worth the chase. So I will start first and pass the bottle down. There you go, Jamie.
Thank you.
You want to pass me that cork? There you go. Thank you.
Now, I don't recall what the MSRP is on any of these. We will look them up, and as we're tasting these, we'll put that on the bottom of the screen. All of them are pretty much still allocated. Even the 10-year you don't see very often just sitting out on the shelf. It's
not here in North Georgia anyway.
It's either in the back at inflated prices or part of a loyalty program with some stores. So it's not something you're going to easily find, and that's why we want to tell you, is it worth the chase? So we'll start down there on the other end. Hey, Daniel, can you see me way down here? Hey!
Monkey in the middle.
Tell me, because Daniel's just did a review of the 14, so I'm curious what he thinks of the aroma on the 10. What do you think of it?
It's a good nose for me. Get some banana there.
I sure do. Mm-hmm. That's the first thing came to my mind was banana. Yeah. Really ripe banana.
Yep. So it's banana to me. Not a lot of ethanol, not a lot of oak.
No.
And with that ripe banana, it's sweet. You're getting that sweetness.
Yeah, it's a sweeter nose for sure. Coats the glass pretty good.
And for those of you who don't know, Jack Daniels is a Tennessee whiskey, but as they will tell you, it is also a bourbon whiskey.
A lot of people still debate that.
Well, what do you think of the nose, Jamie?
Oh, I think it smells delicious. I'm trying to think of almost like a banana pudding is what I'm getting from that.
Yeah.
Speaking of banana pudding, I was at a barbecue restaurant last night, and I said to my wife, who's a connoisseur of banana pudding, makes a fantastic banana pudding. I said, honey, they have chocolate banana pudding here. And she goes like, ew.
That would be me. That's not true banana pudding.
I was like, no chocolate banana pudding here.
Y'all ready to give this one a
I'm
taste?
ready.
Cheers.
Cheers. This is so much different than any of the Jack Daniels, including, now I'm a big fan of their regular standard proof single barrel. This is so much better than even their single barrel.
Yeah.
So much flavor.
It's got so much more flavor. I like, and like I said, I'm a big fan of that $50 single barrel. I tell them all the time, one of the best deals you can get on Jack Daniels. Start here. You don't have enough proof, go to the gold label. But this is at a whole nother level of flavor.
Get a little bit of that spice up front.
Yeah, a little bit of spice there.
But definitely in the mid palate, you just get that banana.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's not very viscous, though.
No,
No.
not real. And
Not for a 10-year. You would... Well, and I guess the lower proof, what was the proof on that guy? That one was...
97, I think.
yeah.
97.
Yeah, so
And-
I guess that's about right for the proof.
And for me, the goodness in the palate goes away quick, doesn't go into the finish. I'm left with a finish, but it seems to have nothing to do with the palate. All that sweetness of banana is just
It's gone.
Gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
A little bit of drying.
A little bit of drying, a little bit thin compared to some of the other whiskeys. But if you've not had Jack Daniels in this flavor, this variety, it's something different. There's really, to me, it's unique. There's nothing else quite like these Jack Daniels aged
Yeah.
stated bourbons.
No, that's really good. I'm not knocking it. I'm just, critiquing it. But I would enjoy sitting down with this at any time and having a pour of it for
Yeah,
sure.
if it was, it's kind of like Eagle Rare. I love Eagle Rare as just a good all-around sipper. If this was available like Eagle Rare is
Sitting
these
on the
days,
shelf, yeah.
they would
All
they would
alone.
just take over the 10-year market. I think they would just like obliterate. Well, I don't know about Eagle Rare, but McKenna might get pushed to the side in favor of the Jack 10 because it's really good.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Nothing bad to say.
Wow. Well, I'm ready to move on to would you pour us some samples of the 12, Jamie?
Sure. And this one comes in at 107 proof.
That's interesting.
Are you?
That's interesting that it's actually 10 more,
10 more proof
points
points?
proof. That can't be by accident.
That's almost 10 proof points higher than that one. It's 126. That's almost got to be by design.
Which is surprising to me that Jack did anything that's up barrel cast strength proof because those gold label ones were always like really, I always thought were really hot for my palate. And,
Some of them are, yeah.
and I've got one. I've not bought a second one. I'm just not that. And I think because I don't think they're old enough to be at that proof. And that's just my palate.
Yeah.
So is this it here?
That is it.
Totally different nose.
Oh yeah, more caramel on this one.
Definitely.
That's why I saved a little bit, just so
I did too.
I can go back and compare here a little bit.
This is more refined.
Yeah.
This actually, if it's possible, to me, actually smells younger.
Yeah,
This
like a
is-
little bit of graininess right there on
Yeah.
the nose.
This has, as I was telling you earlier, has a little bit of cut to it. It kind of surprised me that I thought, normally my sweet spot on age is like 8 to 10. That's
Yeah.
where I get that mellowness, that smoothness. And I was kind of surprised that the Jack Daniels 10 wasn't smoother than it was for the age. But I get to this one, and
Well, that charcoal filtration that they do that makes it a Tennessee whiskey is supposed to help mellow
have you ever
it
seen
out.
that?
I have, yeah.
Oh, that thing
pretty neat.
is unique. It's like they've got all these drip things. It's not like they're just pouring it through. No, they're dripping the
Yeah.
stuff through like 10, 12 feet of charcoal.
10
These
feet.
things are huge.
10 feet of maple charcoal, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly. Yeah.
And they're just dripping it through. And
Yeah.
it's just coming out, dripping out the bottom.
And that happens before it goes in the barrel,
Yeah.
so not afterwards.
I almost feel like I get a little bit of stone fruit on this one.
Yeah. A little bit
Well,
of
you have a good nose because until you said that, going like, what is I? And I'm definitely getting some fruit. that I didn't really pick up in the other
This
one.
is maple.
No, I got the banana off the bottom.
Yeah, that was
yeah,
banana.
still.
That was banana up front. This is more maple brown sugar to me.
Yeah.
A little bit of
That
skull
one
fruit.
really is banana forward.
Yeah. Y'all ready to give it a taste? Cheers.
Cheers.
Might as well be coming from a different planet. This
Yeah.
is so much, I
Different.
won't say better, but it leveled up.
It
Yeah.
did.
It leveled
That one's
up.
got that spiciness right up front.
It's almost like if you didn't know it was Jack Daniels and you said, do you think these two were made by the same people?
No.
I don't
Nope.
know about
No.
that. I don't know, because this one is so much different from the 10-year. And I have to admit, I like it better.
Yeah.
It's completely different.
A little more spice forward than the 10 for sure. Those extra 10 proof points, you know it right up front, but that quickly fades away.
But you know,
On
this
the
is my
palate.
wheelhouse. 107,
Yeah.
I love that range, 105, 107, 110. That's where I love to be. That's where I enjoy the most.
That
Once
one-
it gets above 120, I'm kind of gun shy.
It's crazy how you can see
That one's got
the
a
difference.
really good finish on it too. Where
Yeah,
the 10
I am
wasn't much
liking
left.
that 12. But you're going to spoil me on the 14, I'm afraid.
We're gonna find
Spoil
out.
it?
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
I watched your video. I think you're going to spoil me on the 14 like I won't want anything else. But that 12, I'm telling you. And we'll give each opinion at the end about which one you would buy or which one you would pass on. But I'm liking the 12.
Yeah, 12 is really
It's,
good.
it's crazy how different
It is.
it is between the two.
Y'all ready to
And
move
only
on to the
2 years and 10 proof, and it's become an entirely different bourbon.
Yeah, that's crazy. So next up we have the 14 year. This is 126.3 proof, and of course this is batch 1 from this year. Now, according to Jack Daniels, they hope to.
Look how dark that is compared to the other two.
It's got beautiful color to
Oh
it.
my God.
They hope to release an 18 and a 20 year in the coming years to come.
Oh, then that'll just make it more impossible for me to find.
Right.
Thank you, Jack
They're
Daniels.
trying to get to the years that they had before Prohibition. They actually had an 18 year and a 21 year before Prohibition that they put out, and they're trying to get back to that. This is the story.
Wow.
Well, that color on that 14, I could only imagine what an 18 or a 21-year-old one would look like.
You almost got to wonder, though, 18, are we going to start to get tannic and that
Yeah.
kind of stuff? I mean, you start getting above 14, 15 years, it can turn really, really oaky really, really quick, like you're drinking or chewing on some toothpicks or something, you know?
Yeah, I got some really good 15 years I like, and I've got a couple of 18s, but I always found like the 18s going like, man, that's oaky.
Yeah.
If you don't
Well,
like
I-
oak, then really
It's-
don't go for an 18-year-old bourbon, because there's really no way to get it out of it at that point. It's
That's-
been sitting in the oak too long.
That's true.
But, most of what I buy is 8 to 10, but occasionally a 12 to 15 I'll find something I like, but rarely do I buy more than a 15 just because I'm worried about how oaky it's going to be. And and you're going to spend a lot of cash, a lot of
yeah,
coin to
yeah.
get something that's 15 years or higher or 14 years or higher, and then you don't want to regret it, do you?
So MSRP on this guy is $149.99. I do remember that from this one. But good luck finding it for that.
It is a different. Now I can pick up proof in this one that I didn't pick up in the other ones. Not really
But you
ethanol,
get that-
but your nose says like this has got some heat to it.
And you get that sweetness.
Well, going back between the 12
It's the 10 that's so different on
and
the
the
aroma.
14,
The 12 smells better.
yeah,
in my
To me,
opinion.
the 12 has the better nose, a sweeter nose.
I would agree with that. I like the aroma on the 12. The
This
best.
is more oak forward,
Yes.
not as sweet. This is more on the savory side to me. Oh, but it does smell good.
You get more of that char note, I think, in this
Yeah.
14.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
that's what
agree.
you're
I'm
getting.
picking up char.
Char and oak.
Wow.
Y'all ready to try it?
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that's rich.
Yeah.
Very rich.
Very
rich.
viscous.
Very
Oh, yeah.
viscous. A little spicy up
Yeah,
front.
got more spice than the 12 had. I'm going back to the 12. You know, if you said to me like, well, why some people go to cask strength bourbons over either lower proof bourbons is because of the what I call the intensity of flavor.
Yep.
You've got the intensity of flavor in the 14.
Yeah.
You get the proof, but with that comes that intensity of flavor and elevated spice. Everything's elevated in this, if that's your thing. Not
Yeah.
everyone, that's your thing. Well, you met Jimmy Russell. Jimmy Russell's not a cask strength guy.
No.
Like he's like the most famous distiller on the planet. He's not a cask strength.
Yep.
So not everyone, including me, is a cask strength guy. But occasionally, that intensity of flavor just wins you over.
I feel like I've had a caramel chew sitting in my mouth
man.
with that one.
So going back and forth between the 12 and the 14, you can tell a lot, or you can tell how much more viscous this one is. It coats the palate so much better. It stays with you. It's, oh man.
Then I'm going to ask you, if you only could buy one, which one would you buy? Okay? We okay? Does that sound good? We're going to start with Daniel.
Torn over here, Mike. Well, you got to start
Well,
with me.
you got time, because we'll come back to you. What's your impression of the 10?
I like the 10. For me, I wish it would coated the palate a little bit better and had a little better finish. But it's good.
And you, what do you think of the 10?
I agree with Daniel. I like the aroma
the
on
aroma
that,
is-
with the
yeah.
banana. It smells so delicious, but I just wish that finish would have been a little bit longer and coated that palate a little more.
Right. And I agree with all that. My deal is that if I can find an Eagle Rare, I should be able to find that Jack Daniels. I'm disappointed that that's not available. I understand the 12 and 14, but I'm disappointed that that's not available. But I agree with all your other statements. So I'll start first because Daniel's still torn over there. I can see it in his face.
Yeah.
If I could only buy one, it might surprise you. I'd go for the 12.
I knew where you were going.
I would go for the 12. It's the perfect balance to me, of things that I enjoy in a bourbon. The proof is perfect. The flavor's wonderful. The experience, and it's not so crazy of a bourbon that it's one like, oh, I bring down once a year and might take a sip and put it back up because I'm afraid I'll never see it again. So I like bourbon that I can actually find, and then when it's drained, get another
Get
one.
another one.
So for me, I think if they're really going to these higher things, that the 10 and 12s will become more available. So for me, I'm picking the 12. How about you, Jamie?
I am in agreement with you after doing this. I would also pick the 12. I like the aroma on the 12, the finish on it. It just wasn't as proofy to me. It was just a little bit more enjoyable, even though the 14 to me coated that palate so well.
It's
but,
crazy. It's crazy how well it coats
But
the
you do
palate.
definitely get the proof of that one.
Yeah. My turn?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I hate to say this, but I'm going to agree with both of you.
Oh.
I think the
Wait a minute. Now, have the aliens just landed? He just picked the 12 over the 14. Amazing.
The 14 has the best finish. Coats the palate really, really well. But overall experience, nose and overall experience, I think hands down 12 year.
12.
So there you go. I think a lot of us would say 12, 14, 10 in that order.
Yes, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'd
10
agree.
would be my third place,
Yeah.
and the 14 would be my second place in the lineup.
Now, I would buy all three of them, but the one I'd go back to, the one I'd refill,
The 12.
would be the 12.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So any final thoughts, Jamie? What did you think about all this?
I enjoyed this. We had tried the 14, had not tried the 10 yet, so just putting them all side by side, it's interesting to find out that which one you truly enjoy.
Oh, I am like crazy because I was thinking like, how do I find a 14? How do I actually called a bottle shop and said, I know you had the 14. When you get the next one in, call me. And he said, okay. But now I'm going to say like, well, if you get a 12, call me about that one too. I'd actually buy both of them, but I'm really anxious, really excited to find a 12 in my future.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Daniel, final thoughts.
My final thoughts is if you find a 14 for suggested retail price, it's a definite buy. However, I would not pay anywhere near secondary. Secondary on that guy right now is $600-700.
There's nothing
Pay
there's
that.
nothing in my inventory that is that much money, and a couple of them are worth it, but there's nothing I would pay that much money for.
I would rather have a couple bottles of that 12 year and some money still left in my pocket before I paid that for the 14 year. It's good. 12 overall though takes the first place nod in my opinion, and I need to find me another 12 year.
Yeah. Well, you actually do need to find another 12 year because I was never here and this bottle never appeared in the show.
You can take it with you. I know where you live.
We hope you will like, comment, and share this video and tell us your experiences with Jack Daniel. These age-stated Jack Daniels are off the chain, and I think if you chase any of them, if you can get them around MSRP, it's a buy.
Yeah.
100%.
So thank you guys for joining us. This has been wonderful because all I ever tried was the 10, and now I have a 12 to take home. So good for me.
I'm sure we can work something out.
As always, please drink responsibly, never drink and drive. And Jamie, I'll let you close out the show for a change.
Until next time, keep it neat.
Cheers.